Hi friends, fellow flyers, fellow Gwillians. Let's put on the windshield. So we've took our plans here and we've cut out our pieces here. This is our windows and windshield and stuff. And I am taking take my piece of plastic here and I'm going to line it up at the top right there. And I'm taking a piece of painter's tape. This is called frog tape, by the way. I don't know why. Maybe it's the green color. And then I pretty much tape it on. And then throw some extra shine onto the subject here. And then I give myself about a 1/16 extra. I have always found out you can take a little bit more off, but you can't put it back too easy. So I'm adding myself a 1/16 of an inch, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it or not, but if you can see, there's a little bit extra, just a touch extra. Same with the sides. Same with the sides, even about 1/16 of an inch extra. And then before I untape it, I'm going to do myself a little dry fit and see how it fits. Okay. And it looks like I have done the front windshield already. I thought I better make a video. So I'm looking at the fit, and the front windshield actually had two little notches in it to get it to lay down smooth. So when I push it against this side, as you can see, it's leaving a weird looking gap. So if I glue it flush to the top first and then bring it around, I can see that it's going to create an issue. But if I put it down here at the window, and then bring it around flush, then it seems like it's not wanting to fit properly. So what I'm going to need to do is I may have to go down below the wing area right here. It looks like it might want to fit in that location better. I'm going to tinker with this to make sure that I have a good fit before I try to glue this on. And it looks like I'm going to need some notches. I want my top to fit, and then I want to cut. I'm going to cut right here in this corner here and right here in the other corner, straight down slots. So I'm just going to go straight in. I'm going to go about a 5mm, 4mm, basically 1/8, maybe 1/8, maybe just a little more than 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so that I have something that looks sort of like that. Now let's see what happens. So if I put that on top first, then that lets me kind of get the window. The front one, as you can see, I've got it glued on, taped in place. I'll let that set overnight. And then I'm going to wrap this around, which that one seemed to fit really good. And then I decided, wait, I better make a video of this. So I cut two little slits in here. And I'm going to try to do a dry fit first. Until there'll be a touch. It'll be glued solid on top. And around on the sides. Oh, that looks like it's going to work. Okay, it looks like it's going to work. But it looks like it might work better if I cut those little ears off. So I'm going to go right here. And I'm going to come down about another 1/8, just like the front windows, but only 1/8 of an inch here. Just some little little areas right there. That lets me glue it to the top. I'll try to get it as centered as possibly can. And then with that glued in place, let's use a little painter's tape here to stick it to the top first. Make sure I'm doing a good dry fit first. And make sure it's right in the middle of the wing. It's in the middle. Push it down to the back and wrap it around. It looks like it's going to glue up pretty well. Fabulous. And yep, it's going to glue really nicely in that manner. I think it's going to fit good. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a smooth fit this way. It has to be that will be glued down solid first, and then I'm going to, I see that the folds are going to be fine, so I'm going to make me some little pencil marks. I want to, that looks centered to me, so I'm going to put me a little line here, a little line here, and that's where that's going to glue and set overnight, so that that window will dry, and then the back piece will dry, and then we will put these down into place. But before I do that, as you can see, I took some paper, traced out, or actually I cut out or traced out the side of the fuselage so that I could cut out the paper so that my windows would look good. Now I've got two choices to make. Either I can take my toothpick with some canopy glue on it, this canopy glue on it, and I can put glue in around the inside because it don't set flush against the balsa. There's actually a little ledge there that I could put that plastic in and try to make it be an inside and then have an outside. That gets a little bit tedious. If I was going to do that, I would have glued my windows in location before I put that piece of paper on. But since I'm not going to put my windows inside, I'm going to put them on the outside. So I have to cut out the side glass. There's a side glass right here. This will be the side glass, and you basically cut. I got to cut out some more of this. This will be glued on first. Well, I'll be gluing these on now. I'll cut this one out, and then I'll make another one, cut two of them out. Want to go on one side, want to go the other side. But I make sure that I sand around the edges. This glue works really good, but it works a little bit better if it has a little bit of grip, but a little sanding around those areas that it touches the paper. Now this glue dries super clear, so it's very almost invisible. So thank you for viewing. That's what I'm doing at this moment. I tried to paint the black. I got paint black all over my model, so I used a little white to kind of touch it up, and it just, I need to not worry about my details. It's about flying it, then we detail it later. And I could fly it with no windshield, but I like the air, see what the aerodynamic forces are going to be with the windshield in. Thanks for viewing. Have a lovely day. Bye.